New background, who this? I'm kidding. This is my reading nook. So remember when I posted that video encouraging you guys to read for 10 minutes a day? Your girl got books on books on books. And actually, that video went viral. Thank you for everybody who shared it. It's been shared and viewed over 1 million times. And what that tells me is that many of us are really craving the desire to kind of like reset these brain cells to reestablish those neural pathways for sustained attention and focus and meaning and re-engage critical thinking and a sense of intellectualism. And when I say intellectualism, I don't mean, like fancy rigor and big words that we don't understand. I'm just saying something that takes us away from the mindless, passive scrolling of videos on social media. But since you guys are resonating with that content, I also want to encourage you this year to do something that I call the HANG. HANG stands for Human Analog No Pressure Gatherings. Social media has planted this idea that when we get together, it has to be an event. It has to be a production, and we have to have a tablescape, and we have to have decor, and we have to have charcuterie boards, and we have to have crafty invitations, and we have to make it bespoke, and we have to make it curated. And you know what? We don't have to do none of that. That type of stuff is great for content, but it is not necessary for connection. And so I want to encourage us this year to hang. Once upon a time, hanging out got such a negative connotation. Like, what are you doing? You're just hanging out with your friends and it's worthless and you're being shiftless and you're being lazy. And actually, it is that hanging out that fosters meaningful connection. It is that hanging out where we learn how to be in companionable silence with one another. That hanging out is where we learn what's actually going on with our friends instead of just kind of scrolling through social media and seeing these highlight reels. When I was a kid, my birthdays, my best birthdays, you know what we had? Hot dogs, a bag of chips, a jug of juice, which was probably like diabetes in a cup. And we all went home with a favor bag full of like little plastic toys. And it was pure joy. It was pure joy. And so I want to encourage you to reconnect, invite people over to listen to music, invite people over to read books, to have snacks, human, analog, no pressure gatherings. I'm sitting up here in my sweatpants. It doesn't have to be fancy to be meaningful.